Hello and welcome to the Greater Reston Living Podcast, where we cover everything happening in Reston and Herndon. And we've got a big show today. There's so much happening, like there is every week in the spring and summer. So we're going to cover all of that. But our big story today is a surprise, actually, in the Reston housing market data. So I know data is not the sexiest topic for most people, but I promise we're going to make it fun and interesting. So we're going to run through a couple of the numbers and what it means for Reston homeowners and those who would like to be Reston homeowners. And maybe we'll touch on Herndon too while we're at it. So, all right, Kathy, it's been a little bit crazy, a little bit busy, both from our business point of view, but also keeping up with all the events and all the openings and all the happenings, right?
There is so much going on. It is hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah.
But we're
so
trying.
last week, early this week, we put out a short video on not a new restaurant, but new to us restaurant.
It's new to us, and we're trying to say, don't sleep on those that are already established.
Right, because we're out there. Usually, if people are following our Instagram or our YouTube shorts, of course, Kathy's a star, but in that, not me. But if you've been following, then you know that we're up to date with things. We're usually capturing what's happening now, new things that are opening. But, as we continue to evolve doing this, we've realized that not everybody knows everything. We have a pretty big, wide, diverse set of businesses, of small businesses, restaurants. They're just multiplying. And so even if you've lived in the area for years, you may not know about some of these places. I mean, we didn't. We've been living here for 30 plus years. And
well, everybody has their go-to. But somebody, they're always looking for something cool, something new, unique, something new to try.
Okay. Yes, you're right. And this one definitely hits all of those. Non-tie, right? So tell everybody about the experience there. That was pretty wild.
Well, it's over at Worldgate in that shopping plaza. And I was first.
By the way, Worldgate has a lot of these little mom and pop restaurants that are kind of, incredibly interesting kind of restaurants, right? Even the hamburger
other one
place
that we
over
went
there.
to, but then Uncle Jalapeno.
Uncle Jalapeno was one we went to.
For the best margarita, we had to go for that.
Yeah, but non-tie. I don't know. We just, it's kind of nondescript signage on the outside of Worldgate there. So we just skipped over it all these years, but that was obviously a mistake.
Well, people have always been talking about it, and so we went and we explored. Well, I went to their website and to their Instagram, and I was immediately struck with the colorful cocktails. So I saw the cotton candy Cosmo, and I was like, Graham, I need to go get that. So we set out on an adventure and went over to Nantai, tried a couple of the cocktails, but we met the owner, we got to hang out with her, and she shared all the good stuff with us. And the food just kept coming. And I wish she would have let me know to save room for dessert. Because you
coconut ice cream and the sticky
homemade coconut ice cream. They make it. She makes it. And
I think it was like sesame seed or some other. I should have asked.
I felt like there was a nut or something
crunchy in there. That was nice.
It was so good. Yeah. And then the mango sticky rice. Oh,
there you go.
I was so full, but I kept coming back.
Yeah, it was filling. You like also the crab fried rice.
And then we had the hot pot.
Seafood hot pot. And then that was good, but I like the crispy duck kapow, which, did a little kapow to me. I was sweating after having that chili oil homemade chili oil that they put.
She makes all the sauces herself.
So,
like that.
But it
that's
was good.
I love that.
Okay. And so that's one. So people should go out there on the Insta channel or YouTube
we should
shorts.
also mention, if you watch the video, go watch the video. But if you happen to go in the next month, mention that you saw the video and you get 15% off. And say hi to Nan for us.
There you go. And okay, so It feels like we're always talking about new openings, new things coming. And, Reston Town Center has got a whole bunch going on for the next couple of months, but some immediate ones that we're tracking right now. Midnight Treats. This one has been out there for a long time. They used to be,
Finally!
people might remember Midnight Treats. It's a cookie shop. It's a vegan cookie shop, if I recall. They had a shop. They started, I think, over at Plaza America, but they weren't in the plaza where Whole Foods used to be. They were off to the
On the
side
backside.
in the tower area where those 4 towers are. And so it wasn't a great, foot traffic spot for them, but they closed that down. I think they went somewhere else for a while. Maybe they have another shop somewhere. I can't remember. But they're back to Reston at the Reston Town Center right next to the pavilion, right? So that'll be great for ice skaters in the winter. Pop over there, get a little treat. You're at the Reston Concerts on the Town. You need a dessert because you've already come away from a big restaurant.
You haven't told them that it's opening this Saturday.
Opening Saturday. Okay. And that's why I have you.
Well, yeah. So
So-
Saturday, the first 10 people in line get free cookies for a year. So go get in line.
Line up.
Yeah.
And then we've got Collars & Co. So this is a shop. We've been talking a lot of restaurants, but there's a shop coming in called Collars & Co., a little pop-up menswear store. And that one got its start with Shark Tank. So we'll have to see what that's all about. I took a look at their website. Looked like, different styles of polos and other kinds of upscale casual, I'll say, for men. So we'll see. We'll see how that does. That's going to be, where's that one? That is going to be closer to the Hyatt. So it's on
Okay.
Market Street, but it's past the golf swing and up toward the Capitol Burgers and in that zone over there. I forget the exact spot. And then we also have Clarity. Did we talk about Clarity last time? I feel like it comes up a lot.
Talked about it. If you live in the area, everybody knows that Clarity in Vienna, like people love it. And they're opening. I think they're doing their soft launch right now. So there have been some people that have gotten in. We haven't made it there yet, but hopefully we get to go before
Yeah.
they actually open.
Yeah. Well, and we're heading out on a trip soon, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get in there before. Hopefully, they open after we're back from the trip. I'll be selfish, right?
We'll be watching, but they are. I think that
They did
some
release their
people have been
menu.
in.
The menu looks pretty good, and I actually thought the prices were pretty reasonable for given what the expectation is of that the Vienna restaurant has set, right? So that'll be a good one. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that one. So those are some of the openings. We also have tons of events. This is what's incredible to me, Kathy, is that how many events are happening in Reston and Herndon this weekend alone.
There
it
is
really-
something for everybody, and sometimes you just might need to hit a couple of the events to satisfy everybody in the family.
It just speaks to the dynamism of our area because we've got, what do we have here? We got Polar Heat, which this one is wild. The new one, I think we talked about it last time, but I
We
was
did.
digging into it a little bit more because let me take a look at my notes real quick because there was something that jumped out at me. And I don't know that we said this last time, but the Polar Heat,
It's a hot and a cold thing.
hot
Hence
and cold.
Hence
I was
the
wondering, what the heck is
jalapeno
going on?
eating contest and the snowball fight and the s'mores and Mind Shift Jim is going to be there with their fire truck doing parkour. They're my friends. Hey, Bill, Melanie, Harry, and Emily. I'll see you there on Saturday.
Well, and they even have 2 stages for the entertainment, right? Hot beat stage with high energy music and dance. And then they got the cool vibe stage with acoustic, laid back, family friendly acts. So they're really running with this Polar Heat idea. So let's see how it works out. Sounds like it's going to be a good time.
It's been fun watching the mayor do his social on it. So they've been sharing a lot. So it's on Lynn Street, and you can park at Herndon High School and take the shuttle there because it'll be a big event, kind of like how the Christmas market is.
And we got the deets on our Insta page for that too. There's a carousel with that. And I love their logo with the polar heat. They've got this like super vibrant logo. So that's good. And then, of course, we have the Tefra ICA Arts Festival in Reston Town
35th
Center.
anniversary.
2 days or 3 days? I can't remember.
2. I think it's 2. The
2
16th
days.
and the 17th. So
Yeah.
the Saturday and Sunday.
And we're here in the Reston Town Center right now recording. You know, the tents are being put up as we speak. We're recording here on a Thursday.
And the roads are already closed off.
Yep. So the people are, I mean, not only the artists there, but lots of good entertainment and stuff like that. And then to cap off the day on Saturday after the Arts Festival, you should check out the Reston Concerts on the Town. It's our first concert of the year for Reston Towns for that segment, for that is that Friday or Saturday?
Reston Concerts on the Towns?
Yes, on the Town. Yes, that's what it's called. Reston Concert on the Town.
Yeah.
Arcot.
That was close.
I'm calling it Arcot. The Arcot is going to be in the pavilion. So, and Sip and Stroll is in effect. So you can go to most of the restaurants that are surrounding the pavilion, a few of them around the corner, participate, and you can go to your favorite place, grab something to sip on.
Beer or wine.
Cocktail.
Bring your lawn chairs, hang out, get
Chill,
there early.
Bring the kids, all that stuff. So that's going to be good. So many different things happening, Kathy. You've got something cooking with the town center itself, right? A little collab in the works?
Yeah. So Reston Town Center reached out to do collab. We did a little bit of a man on the street interview. So you might just be seeing a little bit more of me.
There you go.
Well, we were at the Pups in the Pavilion last night, and we met up with the marketing and social media team with the Reston Town Center. They are lovely people, and we had a lot of fun, and we're hoping for future collabs.
Yeah, that's going to be good. And the Pups on the Pavilion, that's happening every Wednesday, you said, right?
In May, and then again every Wednesday in September.
Okay. Whew.
And there were it was fun because so under where the ice rink is, the pavilion, they set it up like a dog park, and I want to say at least like 25 to 30 dogs, and watching them all run around and play with each other. It was cute, and there's a couple of little like small local businesses that were there to support it. So where do you get your food? Take care of your dog. Where do you groom your cat? There was a cat groomer there that I met. So, yeah, supporting the little business.
Got to support the small business. We're all about that. So, awesome. I'm overwhelmed. There's actually too much going on. So.
But did you also mention the Lake Audubon?
Oh my goodness, no. See, there's another one.
I know. They just keep coming.
This one almost sneaked past us, I think, because it's called Lovin' the Lakes. This is a new event that Reston I don't know if it's a regular one, but it's an event that Reston Association is putting on this Saturday again, right? So again, Saturday lineup looks insane. Between the art festival, polar heat, who knows, right? Concerts, you could literally be out all day long. Yes. And now add this to the list, Lovin' the Lakes. 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock. It's at Lake Audubon's boat ramp, right there off of Twin Branches Road, South Reston. They are going to be doing some, safety kinds of events and just orientation, information about the lake health and the environment. But they're also doing free kayak and stand-up paddleboard rentals. So you could get out there on the lake too and enjoy some time there. So if you want to get out and about.
Being on the lake is fun. I've done the stand-up paddleboard. I haven't fallen in yet.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that day. Hopefully I'll catch it on video.
I'm sure you will.
Okay, so let's get to the main topic today, which is a surprising finding in the Reston housing data. I thought it was surprising, at least. I don't know. Maybe our audience won't, but we'll ask them to let us know. But let's dig in. I want to show some of the data that we just got in. I realize data is not everybody's cup of tea.
It's not fun
But
all the time.
we're going to try to make it fun, or at least informative, so people kind of can make sense of the data. Right away, this is looking busy, and that's only because I wanted to show, first of all, some context in Reston, right? We always like to know, like, how much activity is there in the market in any given month. And so you can see we've sold about 102 homes, right? Total. But then the mix of those homes is super important when you're analyzing data in Reston in particular, because we have a diversity of homes and we are not driven by single family homes in our market. So you can see this red line is single family homes compared to the number of townhomes that were sold and the number of condos that were sold. So we often see townhomes and condos kind of switch back and forth. Sometimes there are more condos, sometimes there are more townhomes. Single family homes are fewer and further between, because we have, enclaves of them in North Reston, we have them in South Reston, mattering only in what I'll call the Central Reston area, right? 290. So the mix of houses has a lot to do with the data that you see. So you have to really dig in a little bit to fully understand things like the average price points, things like that. So knowing the mix helps a lot. So let's look at pricing trends, and we'll give away the headline, which is that we are seeing a record price, median price for all homes in Reston. So let me get rid of these things for a second. I'm going to just show you. Here's what our pricing for every type of home is. And you can see we're up to a high, at least for the year, of $695,000 is the median home price. It's up 8%, 8.6% compared to last April. So we usually compare like months, because real estate is seasonal. So we compare like months year over year. Kathy, were you surprised? I mean, when you saw that price, or how was that feeling for you in terms of what you're experiencing in the market?
I feel like, when the spring market hit, and we say this to our clients, that year over year, you usually see an increase between 4 to 8%. So this is even a little bit above the 8%. So it was a little surprising to see that it had gone that high.
Right. And you can even see that because the month of March, it had dipped by 12%. Now, sometimes, like I said, this has to do with the mix of homes in a given month in Reston, because our data is so skewed by whether we have more condos or more townhomes or more single families entering into the market. Let's take a look now at the prices when we look at the different types, and you can see single families led the way at a median price of 1.275.
Yeah.
Right. So we are now well over the $1 million price point. You can see even in these other months where it wasn't as, hot as market it seems to be in Reston right now, we were hovering around $1 million. We're up to $1,275,000.
But the single families, they're harder to find. And we've been talking about it with our agent friends, and they're saying, they're having to go well over list in order to even get their clients the property to win the offer.
That's right. The consensus is that you're going to find multiple offers if the home is in, pristine shape. Mm-hmm. And so it behooves you to really make a presentation if you're selling, making sure you're doing everything you can to position the home properly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then you're probably going to get the multiple offers in that case. We are seeing, it is interesting because we do see buyers being very picky also at certain price points. So if the house is not pristine, Kathy, you've seen it, they just kind of back away. They'll say, I'll wait for the next one. So it's getting it in that tip-top shape, I think, is going to be critical for people. But then if they want to maximize their dollars.
Yeah. And then for the buyers, get with a good agent that knows the Reston market. And sometimes you need to lose to win. You got to understand the market, because Reston is not like the rest of the country.
Right. And I want to show people here too, like the median sales price for townhomes in Reston was $750,000 this month. So that's up 16%. So you could see it's clearly that single families were up almost 11%. Townhomes are up 16%. They were really driving the market. Whereas condos, they were still up a bit, up 3.4%. But the condo market, I mean, that's still down from last month, actually, which was at 410 median price. We're at a 380 median price now in April. So even though it's up from April last year, it's down from March this year. So we tend to see in Reston a more wavy kind of condo market, whereas townhomes and single families, we tend to see them follow a longer wave with the seasons and on a general upward trend.
But we should also remind people that, again, you said the market is seasonal, but when you're ready to buy or sell, we really dial in what's going on in the market that week.
Yeah, exactly. Because things are changing. In fact, we just had a meeting with, you mentioned, Kathy, the other agents in our brokerage. And the consensus also is that while we've been watching multiple offers happening, there also seems to be quite a big shift just this week where people are saying showings are much further down. They're seeing 50%, even 70% fewer showings on their homes this week than they were for the last month or two. And so that's been something to watch. So we're, it's one of the reasons why we have these kind of meetings to keep looking at the future as opposed to only what we're looking at right now in this data from the past.
Well, and then what the other agents were saying were like, so many weddings are happening and communions. And then, of course, we have the graduations. And then next month, we're going to have more graduations. And then it's going to be vacation time.
Right. So it's kind of, even though, we talk about the seasonal pricing and everything, we often see a peak in May and June. Those peak prices in May and June are because the sales happened in March, April, and May. Yeah. And so it's a lagging indicator here when we're looking at these median sold prices. When we're looking at for April, it's really what happened in March and late February. And so one other quick thing to note here too. This is a chart that's basically showing you like what is the percentage of asking price people are getting on their home. So like 100% means half of all of the homes that were on the market got more than their asking price and half got less than the asking price. So the median is asking price. So most homes are getting asking price. But condos, and you can see single families are going over asking in general. But condos, the yellow bar, they are off. They're down 98.6%. So there's like 2.5% less than ask price on average or as a median. So just again, the condo market is a little tougher because there's been a lot of churn going on in terms of how condo associations are having to fund their improvements and the capital reserves and making repairs and things like that. And that's just the inflation is killing them. Insurance is going up. All of these things are having an impact on the fees that condos pay.
Everyone is concerned about the condo fees because there's some that are $1,200 or, and reasonable. I mean, a cheap one's like $500.
Exactly.
Per month.
So, and you can see here too, now we're looking at days on market. This is how many days from the time that my house goes active on the market until I get a contract on that house, right? So it's not until it closes, until I get a contract. The median is 5 days in Reston, with single families being 4 days. So essentially one weekend for a well-positioned townhome or single family. But for condos, we're at 11 days. So that's not bad at all. You can see in February, we were up to 56 days, right? And there was a trend going up all from the end of last year up until February. And we're down now to 11. That's not bad for condos. That's actually a good sign that we're, less than 2 weeks. on the market for a condo. So we're doing well. The per square foot prices, this is a little misleading. Sometimes you see these per square foot prices, condos per square foot prices going down 12%. So that's not a good sign. That means that, the mix of condos out there, it really does show that the prices are kind of coming down a little bit. Oh, anyway, what are you thinking, Kathy? Just kind of a strange market out there. Maybe people wouldn't have expected some of the strength that they're seeing in the Reston market.
So for sellers, just position your home in the best light and the offers will come. And buyers, just understand the home buying process.
Exactly.
And you'll be ready, There's a lot that you have to know, do your homework, get all your ducks in a row before you start.
Yeah. And I just wanted to show real quick, single family homes in Fairfax County as a whole, we're up to 1 million, just over 1 million for single family homes in the county. And in Reston, we had 1.225 million, I believe, is what we had, right? So the strength of Reston's market, we're outpacing pricing in the county overall. I think the same thing for townhomes. We were stronger than the 660 that you see here. What did I say? We were at 750 in Reston, and we're right about where the median condo is in the county. So there you have it. I think, like I said, data is not everybody's favorite thing to review, but I think if you own a home or you're renting right now in the Reston Herndon area and you were thinking, okay, I would like to own a home, maybe a condo is a good thing for you, but only if you find the right condos, I think, the ones that are healthiest economically. Yeah, I would say feel free to reach out. We would love to kind of go over your scenario and strategize with you on how that might work. Okay, so.
Good job. You made it not so boring.
That wasn't too bad? No, I can get into it sometimes, when we get with other data people, right?
People need to know. You want to know.
You got to know. When the data comes out, we have to review it. I think it's worth knowing. People shouldn't put their heads in the sand about this kind of thing. All right. I think that's enough. I think everybody needs to get out there, go to Polar Heat, go to the art festival, get out on the lake. Tons of stuff happening. Let us know how it goes. And
hopefully we'll see some of you there because we're getting out there.
Exactly. And please let us know what you think about the show in the comments. Give us a like, follow, tell your friends. And by the way, sign up for our Resident Insider newsletter, which covers all of these things and gives you all the details. You're able to click out and see and, not just have to remember what we said on the podcast, but we want you to watch us too. So, and with that, have a good one, Reston.